Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of the Functional Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. My name is Chris Border, your host, best-selling author, and owner of Y.E.S Fitness. And let me first thank you for taking time from your busy day to listen to what I have to say. But before we even get started there, let's thank our sponsor, Y.E.S Fitness. Most people lose the ability to enjoy life as they age. At Y.E.S Fitness, we help people age 40 plus get fit so they live longer and enjoy those extra years doing the things they love to do. Let me first start by saying I hope everyone had just a fantastic, wonderful holiday season, all the way from Thanksgiving through to January 1st. I hope everyone is safe. And let me wish that everyone has a healthy and prosperous 2024. See the surprising link between strength, muscle mass, and immortality. So today we're going to dive deep into a topic that might just change the way you think about hitting the gym, especially at this time of year. We're talking about the fascinating research showing that strength and muscle mass could be the keys to unlocking a longer, healthier life. Yes, you heard me right. More muscle might just mean more time on this beautiful planet. So grab your protein shake, sit back, and let's get into it. We talk about strength training often here. If you listen to what I ever have to anything to say, I wrote a book about it. But there's really some just solid research as to why when you go to hit the gym this year, starting 2024, maybe you need to get back into it, or maybe you're continuing to go. Think of it in a different way than you may have ever thought about it. Think of it that building this muscle mass and building this strength may actually help you live longer. So before I dig into the nitty gritty, let's be clear. I'm not just talking about getting ripped for the sakes of aesthetics. We're not talking about building big muscles. The clientele we work with aren't going to build big muscles. Our average age clientele at Y.E.S Fitness is 57 years old. If we can put a few pounds of muscle on your body, that's a fantastic thing. It's not an easy thing to do. Program needs to be written right. Nutrition needs to be spot on. So we're not just talking about aesthetics here. We're talking about something far more profound. The relationship between muscle strength and the reduction of all-cause mortality. Now, you might be thinking, Chris, aren't you exaggerating this a little bit? Well, let me tell you, the science is quite compelling. Well, let's kick things off by a study that caught my eye, a 2021 meta-analysis published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research. The research pooled data from 17 studies involving over 50,000 participants. And the findings were nothing more short of impressive. Those with greater muscle strength were associated with a significantly lower risk of mortality. So those with a significantly lower mortality were found to have more muscle strength. But it doesn't stop there. If we move on to 2022, we've got another gem, a study published in the American Journal of Epidemiology. This one focused on muscle mass, and the results were a game changer. So the first one was on strength. This one is on muscle mass. The researchers tracked nearly 5,000 adults over a decade. And here's the punchline. Higher muscle mass was linked to a lower risk of death from all causes. Not any one specific, all causes. Now that's something to flex about, isn't it? Don't you think that's super important? We got one that shows strength, another one that shows muscle mass. Now you might be wondering, how does this muscle mass influence mortality? It's not just about looking buff. It's about what the muscle does for your body. Muscles are like the body's metabolic engines, burning calories, even when you're at rest. They play a critical role in insulin sensitivity, glucose metabolism, and inflammation. In essence, it's the guardian of good health. It helps us to be able to function as we age, to do all those things that we're looking to do. Now that we have some time, let's be able to do some things. But you know what? It's not just about gym rats and bodybuilders. It's not about that at all. It's about everyone. From the young guns to the golden agers. Here we go in a 2023 study in the British Journal of Science Medicine emphasized that maintaining muscle mass as you age is particularly vital. The researchers found that older adults with higher muscle mass had a lower risk of death over 5 years. That's right. Muscle might just be the fountain of youth you've been searching for. Now, let's not forget about the elephant in this room, resistance training. Many people are afraid of resistance training. They don't know how to do it correctly. They're afraid of getting hurt. They might be injured and they don't know what to do. But lifting weights, doing squats, and all that is good stuff. A study published in JAMA Network Open in 2022 added more weight to the argument here. They followed over 35,000 adults for 10 years. And guess what? Those who engaged in resistance training had a lower risk of all-cause mortality. It's like I always say, the barbell might just be your best friend for life. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Chris, I'm not into lifting heavy weights. It's not about lifting heavy weights, okay? It's about correct programming. But you might want to know what other forms of exercise may help with this. Well, fear not, my friends. Cardio enthusiasts, this includes you too. In a 2023 study in the European Heart Journal found that combined strength and aerobic training were associated with a greater mortality benefit. It's a 1-2 punch that could be the secret sauce for longer, healthier life. We like strength training. We like resistance training because we know it's going to help you function better as we get older. Aerobics may not necessarily do that, but let's move on here a little bit. Let's not forget about the inevitable aging. Did you know that we start losing muscle mass around age 30? And by the time we hit 40, it becomes a bit more challenging. But fear not here, folks, because building muscle after 40 is not mission impossible. It just requires a bit more strategy. By entering enter a groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity. This research shed light on the difficulty of building muscle after age 40, but also provided a roadmap for success. Now, I know you guys aren't reading the studies to figure this out, but the key here is resistance training. I know what you're thinking. You're not going to get me lift heavy weights, are you? I don't want to be lifting a lot of heavy weights. Well, the truth is, resistance training doesn't have to be about hoisting barbells over your head. In fact, many people, most people, I'm going to throw this out there, most people age 40 probably shouldn't even push a barbell over their head because of their thoracic mobility. But that's a talk for another time. What's more important is about challenging your muscles, whether that's through weights, resistance bands, or good old body weight exercises. They just need to be challenged. But it doesn't just stop with resistance training, okay? Nutrition plays a critical role, especially as we age. Here's why. A 2022 study in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging found that older adults who consumed higher amounts of protein had greater muscle mass and strength. So pick up your protein powder today. Take a look at how much protein you're taking in. Probably not enough. You want to be taking in at least 1 gram of protein per lean body mass. So yes, my friends, it's time for you to check your protein game. Make sure you get enough chicken, fish, eggs, even plant-based sources. Make them all your allies in the battle against aging muscle loss. Now, I know we just went through a super busy season and it doesn't ever seem to stop. Life just is busy. And finding time for the gym can be a challenge. But fear not, because the 2023 study in the Journal of Applied Physiology has some good news. It found that even short bursts of intense exercise, like high-intensity interval training, can be effective in building and preserving muscle mass. Got to get those muscles tired, right? So let's get them tired quick. Time is not an excuse. So those of you with tight schedules, a quick, intense workout might be the secret sauce. So in conclusion here, the science is clear. Muscle matters, especially as we age. We may lose muscle with each passing year. If you're not doing anything about it, you are losing muscle with each passing year. So you have to fight back. Resistance training, a protein-rich diet, and even short bursts, intense workouts can be the tools we need to build and maintain muscle after 40. So let's embrace this challenge. Let's embrace it together. If you don't know what to do, if you haven't exercised in a long time, if you have some injuries, you need to work out at home, but you don't know what to do. You're afraid to go to a gym because you don't know what to do. You're intimidated by a gym. Come check us out down here at Yes Fitness because we can help you. You're the person we help all the time. Someone who hasn't exercised before, or maybe hasn't exercised in a long time. Give us a call. Stop in. We're here to help you because we want to help you live a longer, healthier life. The research shows it's going to happen. It can definitely happen if you put the time into doing some strength training. So that's it for today, folks. You can look for more information from me here next Tuesday. And I hope you have a great start to your 2024 and look for more information on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better.